This guy is an absolute embarrassment. Seriously, it's an absolute embarrassment. And don't get me wrong, if I were in his shoes, I would also probably sit down there and end my money. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here trying to act like some kind of angel. But I probably still sat down on my Madrid's bench and took that money. So this is not just me talking out of my ass right now. I am just saying it in terms of the fact that this guy, he was one of the best players in the world just a couple of years ago. The fact that he's fine, just hanging out here, sitting down on the bench, smiling, or whatever the fuck that he does these days, without even caring about the fact that he's not playing anymore, is actually embarrassing and disgraceful. And I know this, some people may not like this, especially Chelsea fans who worship the guy, and for good reason. He deserves all the worship from Chelsea fans because Chelsea fans actually benefited from his gameplay. Madrid took him when all the juice left his body. And I'm just going to be very honest here. I was never a fan of signing Eden Hazard as a Madrid fan. I know this sounds like a lie to you guys, to you people that may be watching this video, because you may believe that everybody wanted Madrid to sign Hazard. Hazard was one of the best players in the world. Why wouldn't anybody want to sign him? Why? I didn't, because most people that know me in real life, they know that I have a rule. If you are over 27 and you don't come for free or something like almost a discount price, I am not interested. No matter, for example, now Kevin De Bruyne is still one of the best players in the world currently. He's electric, he's a magician on the field. But despite all that, if I were a Madrid director or whatever I am, I would not sign him, because it's what, 31, 32 now. I wouldn't sign him. That's just me. I know most people just look at people's gameplay. I am someone that I don't just look at stats or just look at people's gameplay all the time. If I was a director, I would be looking at future. What are you going to do for me in the future? Now, am I saying that you should never sign players like Hazard or Kevin De Bruyne at 32? No, that's not my point. The point is, if you want to sign players like that, it has to be at a discount. You cannot sign a guy like Eden Hazard going to the age of 29 and you're signing him for over 100 million. Are you crazy? Are you mad? And to be honest, I don't really blame Florentino Perez in this whole situation. I blame Zinedine Zidane. Looking at Florentino Perez transfer record since he came back when he came back in 2009, he has been signing players that are younger. You know, the only older player that he has signed that he paid a fee for has been Eden Hazard. And I think that was because of Zidane, because Zidane loved Hazard and he just came back after leaving in 2018. So I think Perez just had to sign this guy to appease Zidane, which clearly has backfired. And as you can see, Madrid are kind of afraid to be spending money these days because of what happened with Hazard. You know, we are not Chelsea, we are not PSG that cannot throw money all over the place. We have to be very careful how we spend money. And this guy just sitting down on the bench, earning the biggest salary at the club, is an embarrassment. And I cannot imagine being a guy like Camavinga or any of these guys, or Vinicius, earning less than this dude, and this dude is not playing. I wouldn't have the motivation. I would be so angry. And all these smiles that he's having, smiling all over the training ground and all that, would not have any effect on me. You are shit right now. You are shit, and you should not be earning the same. You should not be earning more than me. That's how I'll be looking at him if I were any of these other players. And I do not care what he did in the past. The point of the matter is, you are not a legend of Madrid because you have not actually contributed anything to Real Madrid. Nothing. And people could talk about the fact that Coutinho and some of these other guys flopped at Barcelona. At least those guys contributed something. They at least contributed. They may have been flops. Fine. They contributed. This guy has not even contributed one thing. Not even a key assist that was vital for something. Nothing. This guy has basically been a waste of space. And he's just out here sitting down there and embezzling money at this point. It's basically like a corrupt politician in my country at this point. It's a waste of space. Anyway, so this video from Football Iconic. Let's see what he has to say about this dude.
Eden Hazard is still a Real Madrid player. Don't lie, You forgot about that too. In fact,
I did not.
not only is Eden Hazard still a Real Madrid player, but just the other day, he was asked if he was planning on staying at Real Madrid next year by what I can only imagine is some clueless journalist. Next year is the final year on his contract, and the reason I'm harshly saying this person must have been clueless is that what did they expect him to say? Nah, I don't like getting £400,000 per week. Or maybe I've been in fantastic form. I could definitely get another team to pay me 20 million per year. Both plausible responses for sure. Here we have footage of Gareth Bale just before showing Eden Hazard how his meetings with Perez went every time he was asked to leave.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on.
Now, I wouldn't expect anything different from my two personal goats in world football. Always about the bag, and I gotta respect it. Now, Bale just plays golf and basically vibes with hundreds of millions in the bank. He's an icon.
Madrid fans always try to compare these two guys. They are not the same whatsoever. Bale actually contributed to Real Madrid's history. He's one of the best players in Real Madrid's history. No matter how Madrid fans feel about it. And what actually annoys me, there are some Madrid fans that actually like Hazard more than Bale. I do not care how nice Hazard is, or Bale was arrogant and all that stupid nonsense. The fact of the matter is that for you to actually like Hazard more than Bale, I don't know what to say. I really do not know what to say to you. Seriously, let me not say anything. Everybody has a right to his or her opinion. I mean, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has it. So I can't really say anything. But I can't just believe how someone, a Madrid fan, would sit down there and like Hazard more than Bale. Bale may have been annoying, but he actually contributed to the club. He actually did that. He actually contributed. He actually did something that can be remembered. He scored vital goals in Champions League finals. He actually contributed. This guy has done zilts. Nothing. Zero. Nil. Shit. He has not done anything. He has not done anything. I'm not even talking about for example now, Fernando Torres flopped at Chelsea. But at least he scored that Champions League goal. There's that goal that Chelsea fans can hold on to. Like, okay, this guy scored this goal. At least he paid back. Whatever, anyhow they want to look at it. This guy has not even an assist. A key assist, he has not even done it. Even a key assist. He has not done it. Even a key assist. Talk less of a goal, a vital goal. Nothing. He has not done anything of notice. He has basically been a sewage bin. That's what he has been for Real Madrid. That's what he has been. And the fact that he's sitting down here smiling and whatever nonsense that he's doing, and fans are like, oh, at least he cares. What nonsense? Bullshit.
All seriousness though, the Eden Hazard situation is very odd. A player once of such high prestige nosediving immediately after securing the deal of their lifetime. Sure, it's happened before, but the sheer scale of it and the fact that it's happened to Real Madrid is wild. With that being said, what is happening with Eden Hazard? This club is so efficiently run in how they look to maintain success that it's actually scary. Perez has to be the best club president on the planet, doesn't he? Maybe even the best of all time, if we're gonna have that debate. Which makes it all the more poetic that the most costly transfer in the history of Real Madrid has turned out to be a dud. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the threshold for being eligible for winners' medals in all these competitions is. For La Liga, I couldn't find anything, so assuming it's like the Premier League, you need 5.
This whole thing is just so ridiculous. Like, I don't even understand the kind of contract that they signed. You know, all these add-ons. Like, what kind of add-ons did they even add? These add-ons are so stupid. Some part of me just wants to believe that Perez was just desperate to try and impress Zidane, because Zidane was out here wanting Hazard. We have to look at what Perez has been doing. He doesn't like signings like this. They're too old. At least in the second term, not the first term. The first time he did that and the Galacticos flopped. But in the second term, he has been signing guys under 25 for big money. If you are older than that, you're coming either for free or for lower money, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But the fact that I went to go and make this signing and put all those stupid add-ons, I blame it all on Zidane, because I did not see Perez doing this since he came back in 2009. I have not seen it. So obviously it's Zidane. I have to blame. And all these managers, man.
Appearances to be eligible. That's either starting or coming off the bench. For the Champions League, it looks like UEFA just gives each winning team a set number of medals and they kind of have to distribute it, how they want to. In any case, Hazard does qualify for these medals. Since joining Madrid, Eden Hazard has played only 5 full 90s in La Liga. 5. For a player that Los Blancos paid 100 million euros for. That's way, 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 way below subpar. In the 4 years that it's taken him to achieve that remarkable stat, he scored 4 goals in the same competition. Add 2 more in the Champions League and 1 more in the Copa del Rey, and we come to a whopping 7 in 75 overall appearances. 12 assists too. The dilemma here is that improvements can always be made, and if Madrid want to push their already stacked team into a new stratosphere, getting rid of £20 million plus in annual wages would go a long way. His relationship with Carlo Ancelotti is frequently called into question, which makes sense, especially in the current season where he's more or less been injury-free for large chunks yet has still maintained a place on the bench. Nevertheless, both have come out and stated that their relationship is just fine and that the time will come for him to play more games and, just the usual spiel. You can choose to believe what you want, but regardless of whether they like each other, hate each other, or don't even interact with each other, one thing is obvious. This dude is not in Ancelotti's plans. Of course, this could be due to him showing up to his first training session overweight, a headline that was made worse by images of him chowing down on burgers and being featured in McDonald's commercials at the time. Again, my goat. He's really just like me for real. All of this really is a shame, and what makes it even harder to digest is that the guy hasn't been involved in any drama at all, on or off the pitch. No scandal about training ground bust-ups, no heated public clashes with the manager or the board of the team, nothing. He shows up to training, does what he's told, and apparently has good relationships and is well liked by his peers and the club staff. At the end of the day, he's just a good guy that's had rotten luck.
I mean, it's fine if he wants to sit down and earn his money. Be a bit emotional about the whole situation because I think he's basically robbing the club at this point. But the club signed him to this contract. It's not his fault. I would blame the club more, but I don't want to blame the club because I don't think Perez is the reason for this. I think it's Zidane, and Zidane is not at the club right now. Zidane wanted him, and Perez felt he had to do everything possible to sign him. Well, he deserves his money. At the end of the day, if I wanted to go and play for Real Madrid, they would not pay me that money. So they paid Hazard that money because he played well enough to deserve that money. And they felt that it was the right thing to do. But, however, I've always been against signing players like Hazard or signing players of that age. That's just me. Anytime anybody comes up, some people, Madrid fans will bring up all this talk of these guys mentioning the likes of Salah to sign. Like, are you high? Why would you want Salah? Seriously, why would you want Salah? The guy is 30 something right now. Want to sign him for what? He said he's coming for free. Then fine. And even if he's coming for free, I wouldn't give him more than a 2-year contract. But this is the point. I guess I am too cutthroat. If I were a sporting director or all that, I would have been too cutthroat for some of these players. But at the end of the day, even if a player can still perform after 30 or after 29 or after any of those ages, I don't think it's a good investment. That is just my own opinion. And I've been right most of it. Since I've started watching football, I have been right about it. Clubs keep making this mistake. If a player is available, they go and sign him and all that. They always keep making this mistake. There's nothing I can really do about it. I'm not the one in control. But as I have this channel, I'll always talk about it. And if my club or any other club is interested in a player that is kind of old and they want to pay big money for him, I'll always make that comment. I'll always make that commentary about it. Because I think it's a very dumb move to do. That's just my opinion. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hit the like button to get me to 500 subscribers or even 1,000 if possible. Anything can happen, even in a day. Peace.